Welcome back to Wargamer Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. As some of you might not be aware, we haven't been releasing content all that often lately, and I kind of wanted to go into why that is and what's been going on around here. So, as you can see, backdrop's a little bit different, but I'll try and explain this the best I can. Effectively, my department, where I was working, closed up and made it so that I had to either accept kind of a suboptimal job or leave the company. So I decided to take that opportunity, move to another province, try and get life kind of going the direction I want. Now what this means is that I had to move from Vancouver, British Columbia, which is sort of west coast Canada, to Alberta, Edmonton, Alberta, which is the next province over, so it's not super far away, but we're talking, I guess, about 1,200 kilometers, around 800 miles, that kind of thing. So what that's meant is that my life's dramatically changed. So now I've been doing other stuff, and the amount of free time I have to do this kind of thing has been dramatically dropped, basically. So that kind of sucks. My paint time, my hobby time, my gaming time has all been kind of destroyed. And on top of that, we've been renovating and doing stuff to make our current life situation work. That's my fiance and I. So, what this means is that I've moved away from Mike and Logan and Bryce and Arthur and all the people that you saw come in and out of the channel if you've been following us for a while. I mean, we're still we're still friends, we're still doing stuff, everybody's pretty happy, more or less. Logan and Mike are both in school full time, so they would have had kind of a less opportunity to do the channel stuff, but a lot of it rode on me anyway. I was doing all of the editing, all of the stuff, all of the equipment was purchased by me and stuff like that. So that's changed things a little bit. I'm in a new city, Edmonton, Alberta, if I mentioned, I'm not sure. And I don't really know anybody here yet. Mr. Malorian, Brian Sin, he's kicking around in town, so if I get the opportunity to go out and play a game, hopefully I can meet up with him at some point, because he seems like a great guy. You should check out his YouTube channel if you haven't already. It's Mr. Malorian. I'll probably put a link in the description anyway. So what this has meant is I'm not sure about the future of the channel currently. I don't know if I'm going to be doing primarily War Machine content, if we're going to be doing any content. I'd like to do content because I really care about this channel. I really like what we've done so far. I really think that we were getting better at it. I think we were progressing, which is cool. It's cool to see from day one, you know, the terribleness of the lighting situation, the terribleness of the audio was awful. Like there have been things that we've improved over the last year and a half. And it was really cool, and it was cool interacting with you guys, with people that were actually coming by the channel and doing stuff and commenting. And I didn't like all the comments, but a lot of the comments were fantastic, and that's part of the community. So it was really cool to be part of that. And I don't want that to go away. So we've been doing this, or we stopped releasing content about 6 months ago. I moved here a little over 2 months ago, and it's just been trying to get life in order, really. And we're still not there, but we're getting a little bit closer to being in order. So that leads us to what's this channel going to become? I mean, obviously, if I don't have anybody to do roundtable discussions with, we can't do those roundtable discussions. Additionally, my equipment situation has changed a little bit. I'm down a camera. I got rid of one. And I got rid of our mixing board and the condenser mics, so to do that kind of thing isn't really possible. However, what I did is I basically traded those in for one of the wireless labs. It's the same microphone system that Ash over at Gorilla Miniature Games uses. His camera is nicer than mine, but you know, I'm working with what I got here. I also got like a little mobile rig, so my plan was to find a place I could go and play, because my space is vastly diminished, and go from there. Now I have had an offer for somebody to come by here and play some games with me, which is awesome. And he's interested in filming, and we could do some battle reports and stuff like that. Now that's not War Machine. So that is for the Marvel miniature game, which I'm stoked about. I've got some models. I got to paint them up yet. I haven't had time. But it seems like an awesome game. As some of you may or may not be aware, I'm also big into Malifaux, although the scene out here seems to be a little smaller than the one in Vancouver, but that is what it is. I also got rid of a lot of the armies that we had. So I donated trolls. Okay, I donated the trolls to Ash over at Gorilla Miniature Games. I donated the Scorn to Owen over at Gaming with the Cooler. I donated the Convergence that we'd yet to do anything with over to Mike at Epic Duck Studios. And that's some of the other ones I sold off. I still have Crix, I still have Legion. I'd like to start up another one, but right now I just financially can't do it. So, work with what you got, right? So that's been, the scale with which I can do War Machine stuff is definitely diminished, but it's not out of the question. I did get rid of a lot of my terrain, which is unfortunate because I was really starting to invest into terrain. But now that I don't have a place to play, at least for the next year or two, that's really what it is. I've done hobby videos, I've done discussion videos, I've done unboxings, that kind of stuff. And that kind of stuff doesn't rely on terrain, so there is a possibility for me to do content like that. I don't know what you guys want. I don't know what, I know what the numbers say as far as which ones are the most successful, which ones are the most viewed and stuff like that. But ultimately this channel is going to be changing and stuff's going to be different, and that's okay. Myself, Mike, Logan, and a couple of other friends are doing a online D&D game through on Fridays through Fantasy Grounds. Currently we have, I think, 5 seats. I'm DMing it, and we might have a spot open for a 6th, so that's kind of cool. Maybe I start doing some D&D related stuff. I don't know. D&D, people don't really equate D&D to wargaming, but that's where wargaming started. Was D&D was spawned out of wargaming, and it is part of what we do. So that kind of leaves us with what to do. I can do some kind of remote Discord or Skype sessions or something like that with Mike to have a bit of a discussion to create some of those videos, because what we had planned on doing was advising people on how to expand their beginner boxes into a playable army. And I think that's a really valuable idea. I think that video needs to exist. So I'd like to continue with that. I don't know what the time frame for any of the stuff is, but I've got some ideas kicking around. I guess the real question is, of the viewers, is this something you guys want to support in terms of viewership? Obviously, we've never monetized anything, so we're not looking for money. That's just not really part of what we were doing. We wanted to create these videos because we love the games, we love the community, we want to be part of it, and that's really why we were doing it. So when I say support, what I mean is viewership. Are you guys gonna, do you like these kinds of videos? Do you want to watch this stuff? And if you do, then we can kind of work forward and do something like that. If you don't, then that's okay too. I'm just trying to find kind of our niche. There we go. Our niche was that of these kind of roundtable discussions based on wargaming. And the guys over at Advanced Maneuvers have started doing their kind of roundtable discussions. That's fantastic. They do a great job. And more people are starting to do that kind of content. So maybe we don't need to do that kind of content. Maybe we could focus on something else. I am starting to get more into the painting side of things. Maybe I could do some paint tutorials. Although, as you guys are well aware, I'm not the nth level painter, right? What I would like to do is maybe like a miniature news network kind of thing, where or a wargame news network kind of thing, where we kind of just bullshit and talk about stuff that we want to do. But which direction we take this channel, I don't know. So that's kind of the situation. I really, really hope that somebody or anybody watching this posts in the comments and helps generate a dialogue in terms of where you guys would like to see this go, because ultimately I want to do stuff that I like, right? Ultimately it's all part of what I like, but I just want to remain connected to this community, even if over the next year or two I can't really do as much gaming as I want. And that's been kind of a bitter pill to swallow, but life happens, right? As you guys, many of you guys are my age or older, and you discover as life continues onward that the wargaming stuff is harder to make time for. And it's not because you love it any less, it's not because you don't want to do it, it's because life is has things that need to be taken care of, and that's part of it. So I hope that we get some kind of response on this. Again, I'm Steve. the producer, so to speak, and I really hope that you guys want to remain engaged as much as I want to. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys do post and comment, and if you're like, hey Steve, you suck, that's fine too. I'll respond to it in the comments as well. But it's been a pleasure to be part of this. Thanks.